Can these disappointing Disney restaurants redeem themselves? Let's find out.
Hey there, Ma'am Fam. We are back for another episode of our Restaurant Redemption series. This time we're spending the whole day at Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom notoriously has the weakest food amongst the 4 Walt Disney World parks, and it makes it extra disappointing when you read about a restaurant and on paper it sounds awesome, and in reality it is not.
So let's see if these menu updates can save these spots. Let's get to eating.
I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Our first stop is right here in Fantasyland. We are headed to the Haus, the Pinocchio Village Haus. That is an opening day restaurant, which on the Disney World app is described as real boys and girls can feast on Italian favorites at this quaint cottage inspired by the classic Disney film Pinocchio. Puppets, get out of here.
Which means that
Pinocchio couldn't eat here for 95% of his own movie. Pinocchio's Village Haus has a couple of features that do make it seem intriguing. Number 1, pizza. That's something that a lot of people, especially little ones, enjoy eating. So when you're here in Fantasyland, it feels like it should be a good spot. Number 2, there's lots of seating, including an outdoor, beautiful patio section not a lot of people know about. That gives you a great view of the castle in Fantasyland. Number 3, you can look down into It's a Small World and wave at the boats going by. All of these things sound great. And then you try the pizza, and it is somehow not even as good as puffy pizza, but they have recently undergone a little menu refresh. They've added some new items, so we are going to try them to see if Pinocchio's can redeem itself. Waiting for our mobile order to be ready. There are some beautiful details in this space. If you are a fan of the scariest Disney movie, Pinocchio, there's some lovely artwork in here of the terrifying things in Pinocchio, like Monstro the Whale, or Gideon and Foulfellow, whose whole job is to recruit children to turn into donkey boys and never see their parents again while they're forced to do unpaid labor. This movie is truly a nightmare. But there's also some nice illustrations, like Jiminy Cricket and Cleo, Geppetto. But probably the coolest detail in Pinocchio's Village Haus, and a lot of people don't know you can actually do this, is they have the wish book with the blue fairy, and you can come in here and get one of these pens out and add your wish to the wish book and, wish upon a star and hope it comes true.
The menu here is comprised of not only flatbreads, but you also have chicken tenders and some salads, and there's also a small selection of dessert items. All right, now here is the feast. We have picked up the first of 3 feasts we will be having today. We have gotten the pepperoni flatbread. This is the flatbread topped with pepperoni, tomato sauce, and mozzarella cheese. The lemon pepper parmesan chicken strips, which, as the name would suggest, are lemon pepper parmesan chicken strips. And they're served with the choice of side. We have decided to upgrade our side to be the black garlic truffle and parmesan fries. These are French fries topped with a black garlic truffle aioli and parmesan cheese. And for dessert, the Pinocchio cookie tart. This is filled with chocolate ganache and topped with a chantilly cream, cookie dough crumbles, and a chocolate piece, which has Pinocchio atop it. You might notice we have relocated outside to the patio. And I genuinely think that sitting on the patio here at Pinocchio's Village Haus is one of the biggest pros of this restaurant. I am hopeful that this is another one of the pros of this restaurant, these chicken tendies. Now, let's be clear. We are going to give each of these restaurants the best opportunity to redeem itself. So we're going to order the item that is most hyped on each menu, as well as sort of its standard fare. Cheers. I feel like I'm supposed to taste lemon. But I don't. I think those are fine chicken tenders. They are crunchy and crispy, a little dry if I'm being honest. There's a ton of Parmesan on top, and I will say in lieu of tasting lemon, I do think that they are a bit oversalted. No DCL tender, but that's okay. Those are peak chicken tenders. I think these are fine and potentially the best item on the menu. I just wish they were a little saucier. Now what I am excited to try are these black garlic truffle fries here. That's what this needs. They need to have a side of the black garlic truffle aioli to dip these tenders in. Disney, I know you're watching. Disney, take notes. That'd be great. Potentially the most inefficient way I've ever eaten a fry.
Yeah, that was really special.
Wow. I love Disney's fries. They're thin, crispy on the exterior, a little fluffy on the interior, coated in this very garlicky truffle forward. So if you don't like either of those flavors, don't get these. Aioli with plenty of Parmesan cheese on top. I just wish that it was like layer of fries, aioli, another layer of fries, aioli, so that you had it throughout. But that's just the nacho problem, right? As it is, definite upgrade.
It's pizza time.
So crispy. Oh no. Oh no.
It tastes like cafeteria pizza. It is not good. The sauce is so sweet. Alan just referred to it as Lunchable sauce off camera. There is a lot of cheese, which I appreciate, but it is like not sticking to the pizza. It's like a congealed flap of mediocre cheese.
Flap?
Yeah. The crust isn't good either. It's not crispity, crunchy at all. It's very chewy. If you're a child, this will be good because you like pizza in all forms as a child. But as an adult, it's not like the worst thing I've ever eaten, but it is not good. I do think the nicest thing I can say about it is now, I can say I think it's better than puffy pizza. So
High bar.
I used to think the other way. I think this is better because it has more cheese. But generally speaking, I would never order this. I also want to say, while I'm cutting into this tart, they do have shaky Jamaica here, which is very important information. And you can mobile order it. However, when you mobile order it, it says it's going to come with sweet cream cold foam on top, which is not for me. But I did ask the nice cast members, and they said if you ask or order it at the register, they can just give you the shaky Jamaica. So that is points for Pinocchio's to me. This is better than the pizza or the chicken tenders, I have to say. I wasn't sure what the filling was going to be, but it's like a soft chocolate chip cookie under here within the chocolate ganache. The best part, I'm not going to lie, are these little cookie dough bites on here. I wish the rest tasted like those, but this is a perfectly fine quick service dessert. I don't think I would choose eating this over like a Dole Whip or something out from the confectionery or out in the park, but like if you like chocolate and you're on the dining plan and you get this dessert, I don't think you're going to be mad. Yeah, this is perfectly nice. So the best thing about Pinocchio's Village Haus is still, in my opinion, the environment.
I think the location's cool. The fact that you got patio seating overlooking Magic Kingdom, you can take a peek inside of It's a Small World, very cool. But that's the best bit. The food is...
And the fact that they have shaky Jamaica.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're reaching.
Points for shaky Jamaica.
Frankly, the best thing that we had were the loaded fries. And that's not unique to Pinocchio's Village Haus. You can get it at Cosmic Rays, you can get it at Columbia Harbor House. So it's not specific to that menu, and as such, I'm not really going to count it high towards its cumulative, like, does it redeem itself score?
Yeah, unfortunately, the pizza is still very mediocre. The chicken tenders were
fine,
but salty. And the dessert was, again, fine. So, in my opinion, I don't think... my nose would grow if I said I enjoyed eating at Pinocchio's Village Haus.
So for that, I do not believe it redeems itself. I think that my opinion has not been raised by that dining experience. It has stayed steady. It has not been made worse.
No, it's not been made worse. And yeah, the thing I like about Pinocchio's Village Haus, which is getting a shaky Jamaican sitting out on that patio, is still there.
Nice, yeah.
But it's a bummer that you can't enjoy a nicer meal up there. I will say this. I think Pinocchio's Village Haus is good if you've got kids that want pizza.
Yeah, or picky eaters.
Yeah, it's similar to like a Pizza Rizzo, may it rest in pieces, in that sense of like, yeah, if you've got a kid who wants pizza, it will do the job. And you can find something the tenders were fine. But as far as like searching out for Pinocchio's, I can't say I would do it. And actually, if you've got kids that want pizza, I would encourage you to maybe try the pepperoni spring rolls at the spring roll cart to satisfy that craving, because that's a much better and more unique snack.
So, not redeemed.
Not redeemed. Sorry, Pinocchio.
Up next, we are headed to a table service restaurant here in Liberty Square, the Diamond Horseshoe. Now, Disney describes this as mosey inside this Old West music hall to feast on an all-you-care-to-enjoy holiday-inspired dinner your whole family will love. We're going to find out about that. Now, this is an opening day restaurant, and it used to have an hour-long show included with it, and it more or less had some type of show until 2003. And then it became a seasonal quick service restaurant for a while, and then overflow seating for Liberty Tree Tavern during the panini times. And now it is a table service restaurant that serves the same food that you'll find at Liberty Tree Tavern, which is an all-you-care-to-enjoy family-style Thanksgiving feast. So, as the description tells us, we are going to mosey on inside and enjoy. I hope. I think Molly has truly mastered the mosey. I'm no expert on moseying, but that feels right. While there is a walk-up wait list on the mobile app in order to be seated at the Diamond Horseshoe, we do highly recommend making reservations, especially on busier days.
All right, we have been seated inside the Diamond Horseshoe, and it has been confirmed there will not be any kind of performers. Not at one point they had like just a piano player come in sometimes. They have a self-playing piano right here, but it will not be happening. It will just be feasting. And as Alan mentioned, it's an all-you-care-to-enjoy. It's family style, so they can bring you more of anything you'd like, and it is a Thanksgiving-inspired type meal. The meal is $45 for adults, $24 for kids, and included with your meal are non-specialty beverages like sodas, coffee, or tea. But they have some upgrades available as well, both non-alcoholic and alcoholic. They've got a frozen Dole Whip lemon and Sprite, which sounds pretty good. And then they've got a small selection of beer, wine, and specialty cocktails because this is a sit-down restaurant and they serve alcohol there. It's the only place you can get alcohol in the Magic Kingdom is inside of the sit-down restaurants, but you can't take it out or anything. You can only have a beverage while enjoying your meal. Wait, I lied. I just lied to our audience. Beacon Barrel exists.
That's true.
I forgot for 1 second that there's a bar in the Magic Kingdom now, but it's reservations only and you can't drink outside or anything. All the other rules apply, but it's not a sit-down restaurant.
Once again, we are giving each of these locations their best chance to redeem themselves, so we have started with a specialty beverage. Molly has picked up the Legacy Mimosa. This is made with, whoa, Uncle Nearest 1884 small batch Tennessee whiskey, Grand Marnier liqueur, Chateau Saint Michel sparkling wine, and Minute Maid orange juice. I have gone with the Gold Rush. This is made with Elijah Craig small batch Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, lemon juice, and honey garnished with crystallized ginger on top.
Cheers. It mostly tastes like orange juice, but on the back end, just a little bit, I can taste that there's alcohol in it. You can taste that whiskey coming through. You can kind of feel the champagne or the sparkling wine throughout, when you can kind of feel the bubble. It's not bad at all, but it's not as strong as I thought it would taste given the ingredient list. What I will say is these are batched cocktails. They don't have a full bar back there, so you can't make any alterations. Yeah, that's pretty good if you like a mimosa. It's going to have a little bit more kick, but it does have more orange juice than I would personally enjoy.
Cheers. This is like a mix of a mule and a whiskey sour. So you get some of that lemon juice, some ginger flavor, and then it rounds out with the taste of that woody bourbon. I actually like this because you can definitely taste the bourbon right up front.
Our first course has arrived as well. This are some pull-apart yeast rolls with some garlic butter on it. You love to hear it. And then we have the Diamond Horseshoe salad, which is made with mixed greens, apples, cranberries, and cheese, tossed in their house dressing, which is a shallot vinaigrette, our server let us know. And that looks great. I'm excited to dig in here.
I love bread.
Okay, Oprah.
It's a sweet roll, coated with butter, garlic, and parsley. I mean, what's not to like about... I feel like that should be enough of a description. What's not to like? Warm, sweet bread covered in garlic.
The salad looks great. That's a mighty fine salad right there. It's very tasty. It's got a good balance of little sweetness coming in from the cranberries, a little tartness from the apples. The lettuce is nice and fresh. You got that smoked Gouda cheese, and then what's really the best part though is this shallot vinaigrette, which has that very distinct oniony flavor. But all the flavors complement each other really well. It's fresh. I really like this salad. I know that's lame, but I love salad.
Our saloon feast has arrived. Now let's start with the sides here because we love some sides. We have mashed potatoes, some seasonal vegetables. This is green beans this season, and herb stuffing. Of course, some macaroni and cheese, house-made. And our three meats are roasted turkey, pot roast, and smoked pork loin. We also have some gravy on the side. Oh no. Oh boy. So first things first, turkey is not my favorite meat. Specifically like Thanksgiving style turkey, not my favorite. I know it really is for some folks. It's just not for me. This is actually a pretty fine bird. Not super dry, which you would expect in most sort of the mash prepared. It is coated in this like garlicky parsley butter. It tastes very similar to what's coating the top of the rolls. So that's very tasty. It's not the most moist turkey I've ever had in my entire life. It's also not the driest. I think this is perfectly acceptable. Now time for the stuffing. Yeah, that is pretty good. I'm shocked. Well-seasoned stuffing. You always know when you get something that's like really poorly made stuffing that just sort of tastes like soggy bread. This is not that. You can very clearly taste the thyme, rosemary, parsley, all coming in there to season this. It tastes this tastes incredibly Thanksgiving seasonally appropriate. That is like quintessentially Thanksgiving here.
All right, excited to try the smoked pork loin, which looks suspiciously a lot like ham. Tastes a lot like ham, too.
Oh, it's pork.
It's ham. So that's ham. No, it's good. It tastes like a holiday ham. It's nice smoked. You can taste the smoke flavor coming in on the back. It's got this nice little glaze on here, which adds a little sweetness. I'm not 100% sure what it is. It's like an apricot glaze on there, so it's adding a little bit of sweetness to the smoky meat flavor. If you like holiday ham, you're in luck. Now green beans, which are one of my favorite vegetables when prepared deliciously. Happy to report those were prepared deliciously. They are super buttery, which is fantastic, and they are cooked well. They've got still a little bit of snap and crunch to them, but not too much, not too al dente, but also not too chewy, which we appreciate. And now the mac and cheese. It kind of came around. At first I was going to say it's a little bland, but it actually came through at the end with a little more flavor. I always wish that they would use things like smoked Gouda in mac and cheese so that you had a little bit of a more distinct flavor. But this is perfectly fine macaroni and cheese. It's not the best I've ever had, but it's not the worst either.
Pot roast time.
Need the sauce. I get two. Is it dry?
Yeah, it's not for me. Pot roast is tricky. It's tough to get right because it roasts for so long. It really teeters between being like dry, grainy, and stringy, or moist and pull apart. This one leans towards the former. So I think that's enough for me from the pot roast. I'm going to try the mashed potatoes and gravy though. Mashed potatoes are light, fluffy, buttery, have some bigger chunks of mashed potatoes, of the potato in them, which I really enjoy. I'm a chunky potato guy. What are you, right? Remind me that mashed potatoes are actually in this. The gravy itself, that's a pretty tasty gravy. You can very clearly tell it's made from the stock, I would imagine, from cooking the turkeys, based on the flavor. I'm not like the Thanksgiving gravy isn't my go-to choice of gravy. I'm much more of like a sawmill gravy guy to put on top of biscuits because I'm from the South and I like artery clogging meals. But that actually tastes like very like celery, carrot, vegetable forward, which I actually like. I think it's good on these potatoes. And for our dessert, we have the Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake. This is vanilla toffee cake, chocolate sauce, and vanilla ice cream. Oh my goodness. How indulgent.
I'm very excited about this. It has historically been, in my opinion, one of the best desserts in the park. I've never had it here. I've had it at Liberty Tree, so let's try. It's a fantastic dessert. Normally, like I said at Pinocchio's, I normally don't recommend the desserts at the restaurants. This is absolutely an exception. This dessert is fantastic. Warm, ooey gooey cake with a little bit of that butterscotch and toffee flavor throughout the cake. It is moist, it is delicious. topped with a bunch of vanilla ice cream, which I love the contrast in temperature, and then topped with a bunch of toffee pieces to add a little crunch. Yeah, this is a top tier dessert and may have single-handedly redeemed this restaurant. This is Alan's first time having toffee cake.
That is dense, buttery, so rich, like close to brown butter level flavor. Okay, well, I'm very full after
I
that.
am also very full.
Don't worry, only one more stop after this.
It's just a day of feasting. We'll take a little break before we go to the last place, but Diamond Horseshoe.
You know, I have to say that I was impressed. My memories of the Diamond Horseshoe most recently are of when it was a quick service restaurant.
And it was
Not very good. This is certainly an improvement. Yes, the menu is the exact same as what you are going to find at Liberty Tree Tavern. The names have changed of the dishes, but the food overall is pretty good.
I will say I think it needs to have a show for me to be like totally sold on it because it's just yearning that stage. We need a piano player, whether it be self-playing
Minimum.
or human, needs to be up there, I think. But it's not dishonest in its description. It's just your eyes see a stage and assume there will be some kind of performance, and there's not.
I think overall, though, I am going to say that it has redeemed itself.
I think so too. Pretty much everything on the table was above average to pretty good. That dessert is fantastic. The salad was great. The bread was great. I'm not a big like meat platter kind of person to begin with. Like Thanksgiving is not my favorite meal, but I thought all the sides were pretty good.
And I think especially if you are somebody who does enjoy that type of hearty meal, or maybe you're traveling internationally, like, hey, what does an American Thanksgiving taste like? Granted, I would say first check out Liberty Tree Tavern because of the theming of Liberty Tree Tavern and the setting. But if that's not available, you do have the Diamond Horseshoe.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get a reservation here, or pretty easy to do that walk-up wait list, and I think you're gonna be like content with the food, especially if you're a big eater. If you want a big hearty meal, this will fit the bill. So Diamond Horseshoe, redeemed.
Redeemed.
But now, one last stop, and there's a special guy waiting for us.
Yeah, with his feet dangling.
Made it to our final spot today at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe in Tomorrowland. This quick service restaurant opened in 1994. Prior to that, it was a restaurant called the Tomorrowland Terrace, which they moved to the Terrace in Tomorrowland, fittingly. And they opened this bad boy up with the very important addition of one Sunny Eclipse, your cosmic crooner, 1 year later in 1995. Now, when this restaurant first opened, and how I honestly remembered it as a child, is that each of the different bays inside served different food. There was one section that did things like rotisserie chickens and green beans and ribs. There was one that did burgers, hot dogs, and one that did salads and sandwiches. Nowadays, all three bays serve the same thing, which is a combination of kind of your classic and standard stereotypical theme park fare. I'm talking burgers, chicken nuggets, salads, sandwiches, etc. At one point, this was the second busiest fast food restaurant in the world, serving the most burgers behind a McDonald's in Moscow, Russia. I don't know if that stat holds true, but that just goes to show you how much food is coming out of this kitchen. And the Disney World app would describe Cosmic Rays by saying, explore a galaxy of enticing options, from our out-of-this-world bacon cheeseburgers to chicken strips to plant-based burgers. Plus, have a blast enjoying the stellar musical entertainment of Sunny Eclipse. And while I can agree that Sunny Eclipse is a national treasure, I'm thrilled to see him anytime I can, the food here has often fallen flat for me. Again, it's kind of stereotypical theme park food, nothing super unique about it in my experience, and it's always been just kind of fine, like a good default place to bring a bunch of people and you're gonna have a fine but not memorable meal as far as the food goes. However, they recently added some new things to their menus, and I'm hoping that Sunny and his team here can redeem themselves. Waiting for our mobile order to be ready, but let's pour one out for the condiment bar while we do. They used to have hot toppings there, including all you care to enjoy pumped cheese and sauteed onions and things to put on your burgers. That went away during COVID and unfortunately never came back. I went to get condiments and napkins, and Alan picked the best possible table right next to our crooner king, Sunny. Look at those Eugene Levy eyebrows just jumping right off his face and his little feet kicking as he plays his music. I love him so much. I'm wearing a shirt with his face on it.
Now for our meal, we picked up the truffle French onion burger. This is new, made with Angus beef patty and braised beef, caramelized onion confit, Swiss cheese, Parmesan, crispy onions, and black garlic truffle aioli served with French fries. Now, they don't have a toppings bar anymore, but when you order the burger, they will give you toppings on the side like you see here. We also picked up the classic ranch salad with grilled chicken. This is made with mixed greens, tomato, cucumber, croutons, shredded Monterey Jack cheese, and house-made ranch dressing, which we picked up more of on the side. And Molly is dancing out to one sunny eclipse.
You know what? Before I top it, I'm gonna try it as is, and then I'll see what it needs. Here's the thing. I do like the toppings a lot. The cheese is really good. I like the crunch from the crispy onions. I like that garlic sauce. It's the same that we had on the fries earlier. The bun is fine. It tastes like a bun at like anybody's barbecue. The problem is I don't think Disney does quick service burgers very well. And this is lipstick on a pig a little bit because yes, this is better than the plain cheeseburger because you're getting these good toppings, but that doesn't take away from the fact that the burger itself is not great. It's a little dry and it's just it tastes like somebody went to Costco and got that stack of frozen patties and just threw them on the grill. I think it's possible to do a quick service burger well, and as much as I like the toppings, the burger itself, it's just not good.
All right, I'm gonna try this salad. Now, I would also like to note that you could get this with chicken tenders if you didn't want grilled chicken. I am pleasantly surprised by this. The grilled chicken is not dry, it's still moist, tons of lettuce, the vegetables are all fresh, plenty of croutons for a crunch, but the star of the show is this house-made ranch. It is very dill forward. So if you are not a fan of dill, not gonna be for you. But I am a fan of that dill flavor. I love it in ranch, I love it being copious amounts in ranch, and I think it adds a lot to this salad. I'm so happy they gave us extra so I can like dip my fork in the ranch, then have more. Of the two, I'd come back and get this salad. There is a heyday that I would love to go back to of quick service salads, and the headliner in that was the broccoli peppercorn from Columbia Harbor House, forever in our hearts. This, though, pretty darn good. I'd come back for this.
I also want to highlight, we didn't get it right now because it's way too sweet and I'm pretty full, but they do have a very cute slushie here. It's called the Sully slushie, and it's designed to look like Sully from Monsters, Inc. And while, for me, who doesn't like sickly sweet things, it's too much, it is very cute and your kids will love it. So I got to give them props for that, too. Hey, Alan.
Hey, Molly.
What's your favorite Sunny Eclipse song?
You Nork.
Oh, that is a good one.
What about you?
I like Gravity. I like Space Angel too, but he's got a lot of bangers.
Yeah, John Mayer did take a lot of notes from Sunny Eclipse, writing Gravity.
I think so. He was like, oh.
This guy knows.
This guy's a real music. Don't even act like you're a music fan if you don't like the stylings of Sunny Eclipse.
You know, the big bummer is, while I do love the stylings of Summer Eclipse, I don't think that this restaurant redeemed itself because their headliner item, while I enjoyed the salad, your headliner item's burgers.
And the burgers just are not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are like really just want a burger and you want somewhere to go, you're going to be entertained.
Yeah.
But it's not great. It's not memorable. It's you know, it's a bummer because I want it to be really good. And I remember it being good when I was a kid because it was serving other things.
For sure, with all the different bays.
Yeah, but I just don't think the food is so stereotypical generic theme park food that I can't redeem it.
Now redeemed.
Sad. But
Sorry,
get the salad.
Sonny.
Get the salad.
Yeah, if you go there, get the salad.
If you're a kid or you like sugar, get the slushie and go see Sunny Eclipse.
Hey.
Get the garlic fries and go sit in there and relax with those.
Yeah.
Tenders, you should see Sunny Eclipse. It's just unfortunately not somewhere that I recommend eating if you want like a unique dining experience.
All right, well, that is a wrap on this edition of Restaurant Redemption. Unfortunately, only one of the 3 restaurants redeemed here at Magic Kingdom.
It is such a bummer because Magic Kingdom truly is the lowest when it comes to food at the Walt Disney World parks. And while there have been improvements, I think, at some places, like we redeemed Tony's in one of these series, I think Pecos' menu is pretty good. Columbia Harbor House has always been a staple. There's just so much of it falls to the just like generic theme park food that whereas in other parks across Walt Disney World, you see them elevate their food, especially their quick service, and I just want that to happen here too.
I couldn't agree with you more. Now let us know where you'd like us to do this next time. We have done this at Epcot for a bunch of Epcot restaurants. We've done this in a few other places. So let us know if there are any restaurants you'd like to see us try to redeem.
Yeah, let us know which restaurants you think sound really cool, but ultimately you were disappointed, and let's see if they can redeem themselves.
Yeah, I'm not looking at you at all, T-Rex Cafe. Anyway, until next time, friends, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you are new, follow us on all of our socials, and come join us on Discord. We'd love to have you. The links for all that are down below.
And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
And I'm Alan.
And it's been intergalactic.
Oh.
Oh,
I was going to say it's been filling.
I'm just still thinking about Sunny.
That's fair.